And today we're going
to make beer bread, and we're going to show you how to make a beer bread mix that you can have in a jar so you can store it in your pantry, or you can give it as a gift. Yep, either way would be good. So we're going to start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour here. We're going to add 4.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 cup of sugar, and then 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now you can get beer bread mix at the store, especially like they always have those mixes in like the more specialty gourmet kitchen stores. And they're always like $5 or $6. And I always think that's so crazy because it's so easy to make yourself. And you can just stick it in a jar and have it when you need it. Otherwise, you could obviously just make it right away and not put it in a jar. So
we're going to be showing you how to put it in a jar and how to
make it into bread. So we're having pulled pork chili for dinner tonight. We thought some beer bread would go good with that, and it's been a little bit since we've made a loaf, so we thought we would show you how to do it.
You did.
I did. We didn't. So, and look, somebody got a new apron for Christmas.
On Christmas Eve, I got a new apron.
Yep, Aunt Donna made it for him. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now if you do want to put this in a jar, all you have to do is add those ingredients, give it a stir, and then we'll pour it in here.
She also made me it was a shirt that said Little Dude. I still have it. It's a t-shirt, and it's winter right now.
You want me to hold it and you can kind of scooch it in? And again, if you're wanting beer bread right away, obviously you don't need to put it in a jar, but we're just going to show you how easy it is to put it in a quart-sized jar. You could also put it in like a plastic bag or whatever, either a quart or gallon plastic bag, stick them in the pantry, and then you can have it whenever you want. For a gift, it's kind of cuter to put it in a jar. You can just make a cute tag and put the baking directions on there, and it'll be ready to go.
So bake for 45 minutes, 350.
Nope, it bakes at 375 degrees.
375.
Yep.
45 minutes.
And then we're going to brush a tablespoon of butter on top, and then bake it for 10 more to get it all nice and golden and delicious. All right, so there's how you get it in your jar. You just put the lid on, put a tag on it so you know what the baking directions are later. Or make it cute if you're giving it as a gift. You could also gift a bottle of beer with the mix if you want to make it a complete gift. Otherwise, you can use whatever, or they can use whatever they have on hand.
Just any 12-ounce bottle of beer.
Yep, you just use a 12-ounce bottle or can of beer. We've done it with just like a regular, like a Bud Light, and it's good. It's great with hard ciders. I wasn't sure how I would like that, but my husband's aunt made it that way, and it was delicious. Today we're using a golden ale. Okay,
so we're using the golden ale.
Yep, so you're just going to pour that in. And again, if you're worried about the alcohol, it's only 1 bottle of beer and an entire loaf. So you'd have to eat the whole loaf to get the bottle of beer, plus some of the alcohol would likely bake out anyway. But even if it doesn't, again, you'd have to eat the whole loaf to have the equivalent of 1 bottle of beer. And you'd get a tummy ache, I think. You'd be quite full before you'd get drunk. So we're just going to stir that in.
And it's fizzy.
We've got a greased 9x5 loaf pan here. We're going to put it in. And again, we'll put it in a 375 degree oven. You can just go for a straight 55 minutes if you want. It's really nice with the butter on top. So we are going to take it out after 45 minutes and just brush a tablespoon of melted butter on there and stick it back in for a few more minutes. So if we're talking too fast and you're not sure what the recipe is, I always include a link to the recipes below. It'll take you to my website where there's a printable recipe card and all sorts of tips and tricks and things to go with it. Otherwise, I'll try to just link or write out the instructions in the description box too, if that's your preference. That way you don't have to click out. But again, this is a super simple recipe that's great with ham and beans or chili or just as a quick and easy side dish for any kind of stew or just about anything. It's got a really nice rounded flavor, slightly sweet and buttery, but not too sweet. It's not really a dessert bread. It's more of a dinner kind of bread. How's it going there, Muscles?
Good. It's not mixing in too well, but it might take a minute to mix.
It might take just a minute. It's going to be a thick batter. Again, you don't really want to overmix it, but you do want it to be fully incorporated.
It's looking pretty good now.
All right, are we ready to get it in our pan?
Almost looks like a sticky bread.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to my grandma's like every Friday, and we'd always make bread.
Mm-hmm.
Like right before they'd take a nap, we'd start the bread, and then when they were done taking a nap, we'd go down and check the bread, and then the bread was done.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun, isn't it?
There's still a lot in the bottom.
Do you want me to help you, or you got it? Let's get the bottom real quick and make sure we got it all in there.
That's what I've been doing the whole time. Yeah, there's still some at the bottom.
Alright, I think it's in there pretty good now.
Okay, I have to.
You want me to hold it? And
I can get it.
You got it? Okay. I hope you all had a fabulous Christmas or whichever winter holidays you celebrate. We had a really nice whole holiday season, really. We've had it. Seems like we've been celebrating all the way since Thanksgiving, and it's been pretty fun the whole time. All right.
We don't
spread that out just a smidge.
You don't really have to get the air bubbles out of this.
Nope, that's part of what's going to make it rise. You don't want to get it all out of there.
But this is good enough, isn't it? Here.
All right, well, we're going to get this in the oven, and we will be back to show you what it looks like when it's done.
Yep. Okay, well, we're back. It's been about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
Yep, here's what's left of the loaf, so you get an idea of what it looks like. It's kind of golden and buttery and delicious. We cut it while it's still warm, which really isn't recommended. It's better to let it cool all the way because you're going to, all the steam you're letting out when you cut it while it's warm is just drying it out a little bit, but we couldn't wait. So anyway, do as we say, not as we do. Now we'll try some. This has a little bit of butter spread on it, and you can eat it pretty much any way that you would eat. Like cornbread, like just butter's fine, plain is fine, butter and honey is fine. It would be good with jelly and stuff even, really.
Probably.
But it's nice and soft on the inside, and it's got kind of a little bit of a crunchy crust on it.
This is pretty good.
Obviously, the final flavor is going to depend on what kind of beer you use. So, this does have kind of a ale-y, hopsy, I would say maybe, flavor. It's going to be really good with the chili. If you use, like again, hard cider is really good in it, then it's going to have a little bit more of an apple-y flavor. But it's good. The center is nice and soft. The outside's kind of crunchy and a little salty and buttery.
You can taste it, and the outside's a nice, little crunch.
All right. It's a nice, quick, easy, fun bread.
You can give it as a gift, all that. See you next time. Bye.